Welcome to today's Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video where we are discussing Rare Fish! Yes, indeed, Rare Fish! I'm not saying Rare Fish because it's not been released in the TCG, so it's Rare Fish! Rare Fish is a fish-type water attribute monster, level 4 with 1500 attack and 1200 defense. It is a fusion monster, so obviously it requires fusion materials. It does not have an effect. It was released among the first few sets. I don't remember which one. But yeah, it's one of the weaker ones. It looks like a lion with like a mermaid tail, which is kind of weird, but that's probably why it's rare. There's weaker ones like Flame Ghost and like one or two others that are weaker, purely stat wise. But yeah, let's look at what you need to fusion summon it. You need two materials. One of them is Enchanting Mermaid, a level 3 normal monster. Meh stats, especially for nowadays. And Fusionist, another fusion monster that is even weaker. Like, oh, it's not that thing probably has good fusion materials. It has Petite Angel and Mystical Sheep number 2. So you need these two. Then polymerization, and you get this. Then you have this. You have to get a second polymerization to get this thing. Up until yesterday, the only time you want to use rare fish is for instant fusion. To play rare fish, you'd have a level 4. If it doesn't matter which level 4 you have, you use this one, although Norden is kind of really preferred right now. I don't actually remember what attribute Norden is, because there are a few decks, not a lot, but where the fact that rare fish is either fish type, which is originally only done like the fish decks, like the shark-based ones, or the water attribute, like for Abyss Dweller possibly, do matter. I don't remember if Norden actually might be a water. I know it's a fairy, might be a water. Anyway, up until today, that if you use rare fish, instant fusion is the only thing you use it for. Now, I don't expect it to change after today. However, a card has been revealed that's going to be in the set after Breakers of Shadow. I don't remember what the set of skulls is, one with Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon on it, on the cover. A card has been revealed that finally allows us to regularly fusion summon rare fish, using polymerization, and only one polymerization. Please welcome Fusion Tag. It is a normal spell card that lets you make certain fusion summons easier if the fusion materials are difficult. What does it do? Target one monster you control, and then when you well, that's the cost, targeting a monster. Then when you resolve the effect, you reveal a fusion monster from your extra deck to your opponent. During your turn, whenever that is, it doesn't have to be immediately after. It can also be this in main phase 1 and then polymerization in main phase 2 or whatever. During this turn, if you use the target monster, the one that you had on the field, you target it as cost. If you use it as fusion material, you can use it as fusion material, but have it treated as the same card as the one you revealed from your extra deck. So the example they give: Elemental Hero Shining Flare Wingman needs Elemental Hero Sparkman, as shown in the card art of Fusion Tag actually, and Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. Now Flame Wingman is a fusion monster, so you have to fusion summon twice to get Shining Flare Wingman is generally how you'd summon it. However, using Fusion Tag, you still need Flame Wingman in your extra deck. What you do is you take any of your Elemental Heroes, could be Clayman, could be Avian, could be Bubbleman, let's say Clayman because they give it as an example, but Bubbleman would be like you see it in more decks, but let's say Clayman. You have Clayman, you have to have it on the field, so let's say you normal summon Clayman, you already have it in defensive and flip face up. Either way, Clayman face up on the field, use this card. Target Clayman, reveal Flame Wingman, not Shining Flare, you reveal Flame Wingman. Clayman becomes Flame Wingman, you polymerization Clayman with Sparkman, and instead of it becoming Elemental Thunder Giant, it becomes Shining Flare Wingman. Now, why did I tell this entire story? What does it have to do with it? Well, take an Enchanting Mermaid and any other monster that you have on the field. Enchanting Mermaid doesn't have to be there. My idea was just take Rescue Rabbit, normal summon it, use its effect, get 2 Enchanting Mermaids out in the field. Yeah? Then, you use this new card, Fusion Tag, target one of the 2 Enchanting Mermaids, reveal Fusionist. One of the Enchanting Mermaids is treated as Fusionist, the other one's still Enchanting Mermaid. You use your 1 Polymerization, Enchanting Mermaid, plus the Enchanting Mermaid treated as Fusionist, Rare Fish, in just 1 Polymerization. Boom. As soon as I saw this card, I thought Rare Fish. I'm like, what kind of video is this? Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion. As I do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion videos, I'm going to look at the tips and trivia. I don't think there'll be a lot, but let's just see what they say. It can be somewhat easier if you use a substitute instead of Fusionist. I know. I totally forgot about that, to be honest, though. So there were ways to summon it with just 1 Polymerization. But if you want to... the other thing is it treated as fusion? Let's find a fusion substitute. For Zaga the Destroyer, King of the Swamp. Just give me one. Give me one. This is the name of one of them. I need to check. Stats. King of the Swamp. Substitute discard for any one fusion material. So it isn't treated as the fusion material. So, if we are entirely correct in the words, if we want to summon Rare Fish using Enchanting Mermaid and Fusionist as materials and using only 1 Polymerization, that is now possible. Because before, if it had to be Enchanting Mermaid and Fusionist, and you had to fusion summon it with 1 Polymerization, then it is now possible. I say fusion summon with Polymerization because instant fusion is treated as fusion summon, so can be summoned by similar evolutions. Trivia. Counterpart Marine Beast for Fusion Monster. List Fusion Monsters on the existing SG. Yep, Marine Beast. Bum, bum, level 5, which looks very similar. Needs Water Magician and Behegan. This is Water Magician. Slightly better than Enchanting Mermaid. 200 in both stats. And Behegan. Only 50 less attack than the thing we just showed. What was it called? Water Magician. Anyway, that was the Yu-Gi-Oh! Discussion video on Rare Fish. Hope you liked it. I never really used the card except in one deck that did use Instant Fusion, like that's Shark and Fish based deck. I used Instant Fusion to use Rare Fish, and I immediately thought of it when I saw the new card, so hereby I suppose also slightly news video when the news comes last and whether it comes later, but as I said, I decided to immediately make it a discussion video on Rare Fish itself. Hope you liked it. Did you ever use it in any of your decks? Just let me know, and I will see you in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Video tomorrow. Goodbye.